Good morning, everybody. It's Christmas Eve. I don't know about y'all, but I don't know, there's just something about Christmas. And kind of want to bring you along and show you the decorations here in the house, here on the homestead for Christmas this morning. So early this morning we had bad wind yesterday and blew over a deer stand and blew a 10-foot trailer about 30 foot, and it really blowed yesterday. But it's early this morning. It's supposed to be about 10 degrees, and I think the fireplace is run all night long. But just wanted to bring you along and show you some decorations, wish you a Merry Christmas, and maybe tell you some stories behind some of the decorations. But I pray you all have a blessed Christmas. I look rough this morning, 4 o'clock, and I got up about 4. It's about 5 now, but I thought, well, you've seen me kind of boogery before. But thought I'd bring you along. I tell you, this weather has had me in some of the worst pain I've had, and but God's still good, and we want to remember Him on this Christmas season. And because you know what, folks, it's all about Jesus. Everything that we do and have, it's all about Him. It all come from Him anyway. And I just think we need to recognize Him, not only at Christmas, but every day, and give Him His right place. So y'all just hang loose, and we're going to walk through the house a little bit and look at some decorations, and I'll try to tell you some stories behind some of them. So we appreciate you watching. I'm sorry I hadn't been on much, but I just hadn't been able physically. And but just wanted to kind of bring y'all along. So hope you enjoy this video. I'm gonna come in the front room here, and this little tree here, but I want to show you down here underneath this little piano and this little organ my boys made me, and I wouldn't take gold for them. You'll see some more handmade pianos and stuff, or stuff they've made me. This little piano right there, a dear friend in Tennessee, Janice Gregory, gave Gavin years and years ago. And we appreciate Janice and her support of our music, and what an encouragement she's been. But I want to show you, you see that wreath? When my health continued to get so bad, a dear friend of mine, Melinda, she made me this. She knew my love of Christmas, but she also knew my love of hymns. And she took the pages out of a hymn book, an old hymn book, and curled them and made me a wreath. And I leave it up year round just because I love that piece. But as you can see, we love pottery, but we are near the pottery capital of the world, Seagrove, North Carolina. But here's the nativity. Here's what it's all about. We got it on the piano, and that's what Christmas is about. But I want to show you this piece. That's a piece of Frank Oma pottery that was my grandmother Jackson's. And this was a 1966 piece. It says "Joy to the World." And see the shepherds on there with a star. I don't know if you can see it that well, but there's the shepherds and the star. And dear friend of ours, Debbie York, made us this pillow several years ago. It's got me in the middle and Gavin on the left and Carson on the right with our names. And there's some of our red pottery, some trees. You look back across the living room here. But a lot of old stuff, but we like antiques, so we'll come in here and come into Carson's room. Carson's got his tree up, got them little cowboy hats on it. Got his hunting stuff. Of course, got that farm all up there. Let me turn on the other light so maybe you can see just a little better. And Carson's bed with that big deer on it, and got his name on the end of it, and you can see our love of these up here on the shelves are all mine. The toy tractors. Been collecting farm toys for years. Went to the company that makes them, and we got more toys and know what to do with. But I'll tell you something, when it comes to farm toys, you can't have too many. So we love our farm toys, that's for sure. Carson, he's got Grandma says he's got all grades of stuff in here. Of course, all these on the shelves are mine. And some of this down here is Carson's. And then Carson's got, you see, he's got toys everywhere, tractors. And I'll tell you what's true, folks, I love that he loves it too. It's kind of funny. Carson Road, look at this down here. Of course I'm right, I'm Carson. Now, if y'all know Carson, that's the truth. Love that little booger. But these right here are some hand-painted saw blades. A dear friend of mine, she's in heaven now, Miss Janelle Manna. She had that and painted for me with the cows because she knows I love cows. And this one here, it's a bigger blade with an old general store scene painted on it. And I hope one day to have me a building to put all my stuff in. Came right by that little tree, and it's kind of a little vintage tree. It used to be in Gavin's room, and we moved it in here to make room for that latest organ that he got. But we got a tree in the front room besides this little tree beside the piano. We'll come in here to the den, and as y'all can already see, we love instruments. Here's our big tree. Let me back up so you can try to see it all. I hope the lighting's okay. But there's another organ there. But another keyboard. Some of the things the boys have made me an old steam tractor and another steam tractor. It made me an old creek scene with turtles made out of hickory nut shells and peach hulls. And then they found some mussels down the creek. But turn the light on maybe. That fire just rolling. There's a mantle. Another piano. See some of the Christmas cards we've got. Stuff over there. There's another keyboard. This piece right here is called the Clay Makers. And like I say, we're close to Seagrove, and it's all signed by potters here in the community. And I love that piece right there. It has all the potters in it. And if you look in the background back here, you see a little girl. And they did this as a scholarship. They didn't make, but let's see if I can find the number on it. They made 800 of those prints, and I've got number 122 out of those. They did it one time for a scholarship thing, and for that little girl's memory. You see there's more pottery up there. This is some handmade pottery that the boys did at school that I've kept all these years. Let me show you some more of the stuff the boys made me. Just for whatever they could find. Gavin made me that big Lincoln. See those little turtles right there made out of hickory nut shells. Made me a Brahma and a cross and a heart and a Christmas tree. But one of the precious things I have is this right here. It says, "This certifies that Jeremy Moore is the best daddy in the world. Gavin Moore, your son." I've kept that hung up ever since he gave it to me. Of course, they made me that birdhouse. There's some more pottery. But, you know, I know it's about Jesus, but I still had to put out just a few Santa Claus. And sure did. Maybe you can see the big tree a little better now. As you can see, it's just a lived-in home, nothing fancy. You look here at a little candy train with Candy Village. Got it on the dining room table here. Carson, this is a tree he did, a little candy tree. Turn that on so maybe you can see it a little better. It's hard to see in the dark. This built-in china cabinet right here, there's a lot of pieces in here. Christmas china. You see these little cups right here. Me and my grandmother Jackson, this was her house. It was built in 1933, and we moved it up here in the country in 1988. We sold the land for a grocery store downtown, and we moved it up here in the country. But those little Santa Claus mugs right there, every Christmas Eve, me and her drank hot cocoa out of them. She passed away in 1988. Of course, I kept all her stuff. This right here was her Christmas tea set. And there's no telling how old that is. But I've kept all that stuff. As you can see, that cabinet's about full. Of course, more pottery on top. But precious memories in a lot of these pieces. Leave the dining room, we'll come in here to the kitchen. There's a old Hoosier cabinet there. A little Christmas tree over here that has got all kind of kitchen things on it. Pot holders, a little mixer, and a clock, and cookie pan, and another big type mixer, and a rolling pin. But there's old Santa Claus again. And we've got a little tree here with snowmen on it. And we got a little gingerbread arrangement here on the counter. But y'all can see how small the kitchen is. Grandma never spent a lot of time in here, so I guess she didn't seem it necessary to have a big one. We'll go back through the dining room here and go through the den, and we'll go back here and look at Gavin's room. These old doorknobs right here, they were put in 1933. We're still using them. Gavin's bed. All those Olivers got his name on it. We got those for him last year for Christmas. But, that's his latest organ right there. The old big disc off of a Har. We bought it at an auction. It was painted, hand painted. Got it in Gavin's room. There's some of Gavin's John Deere's. Come across and he got cars and Olivers hanging up. A few Farmalls over there. International. Alice Chambers. Car collection. I didn't do much in my room. I just did, I got some trees on my dresser. As you can see, I love ties. That's just one rack. There's 3 more racks in the closet that's got that many ties or more on it. But I was gonna try to get out some more in here, but I tell you, I just wasn't able. But I'm thankful for what we do have up. You know, these old houses, it's funny how they were built. There's just like from Gavin's room into mine. Of course, there's 2 ways you can get into mine. You can go from Carson's through a bathroom to get in there. And then I've got there's another door here that's a hallway that you can get through to get to my room. But you can make a complete circle in this house and never walk through the same room. But that's the way these old houses were built. Then you can come right back through Gavin's room and you're back into the front room or back into the den. I do hope you've enjoyed this little video. Just wanted to show you the decorations. But as you think about Christmas, don't get caught up in all the hoopla and stuff, which is fun. I love it just as much as anybody. But remember why he came. He came for you and he came for me. And I tell you, I can't think of Christmas without thinking of Calvary. Because he came as a babe. He lived as a man. He died like a man. But on that 3rd morning, he rose as our Savior. And one of these days, he's going to come back as King. And so this Christmas, remember why he came. And go through your decorations. Remember the memories behind them, the stories behind them. And reflect on them. Hug your family, be with your family. And I tell you, it'll make a difference. Because there's some families this year that are going to gather around a table that may have an empty seat. And this Christmas may not be merry for everybody. Pray for them. Do something for them. And I promise you, it'll make a difference in them. It'll make a difference in you. So I pray that you all have a very Merry Christmas from Double J Farms Homestead here. And from the Moores Outdoors, the Boys channel, pray that you check them out. Check our channel out. If you hadn't subscribed, we'd appreciate that. Hit that thumbs up. And we do appreciate all of you. We appreciate your support. We're trying to grow, but we can't do it without you. So I pray you stay warm. If you got temperatures like us, stay in the house as much as you can. But if you see a farmer, thank him, because I tell you, we have to get out in this weather regardless. But I pray you have a very, very, very Merry Christmas and a very happy New Year. We'll try to come back between now and New Year's, I hope. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. We do appreciate it. We love you. And you know how it goes. You keep loving folks, keep serving folks, and keep bragging on Jesus. And I promise you, you will get the blessing. So we love you. Hope you all have a very, very Merry Christmas. Thank you so much for watching.